What is good, family? This is E right here, and because I love y'all, I'm gonna take a break from eating my cereal to kind of discuss this topic that came up after reviewing my news feed really quickly. One of my associates, I'm not really gonna say friend, but I'm not gonna say his name, but one of my associates is still stuck on this whole nice guys finish last thing. He's constantly venting about his unfortunate luck with the ladies, and I'm about to touch bases on that really quickly. This is also something that myself said, we've all talked about many times. I'm even going to put a link in the description for a video we did, I think Sunday, when we were playing Third Strike, talking about the social network effect. But anyway, like this whole nice guys finish last thing, I mean, it's a sack of shit. And I will tell you why. I mean, people are so afraid to accept the truth on this matter. And ordinarily I would say this is just my opinion, but I'm adamant about this being just how it is. And people think we live in family matters where, Urkel comes out, well, Laura, it's just because I'm a nice guy. It's what, it's not, get that family matters, that sitcom televised bullshit out of your mind. It's not because you're a nice guy. That's not the reason why you're not successful with women, and this goes for chicks as well. This may not be the reason why you're not successful with most men. It's because people are shallow, unfortunately. They are superficial, and we tend to try to date people who may not even be right for us, because like they're doing us, we're judging them by their looks. As a result, you get the nerd who spends his days in the basement playing World of Warcraft till he gets a hunchback. You get this guy thinking that, I'm gonna go target the prettiest girl in class and volunteer to carry her books, buy her lunch, do all this shit without even having it confirmed that she even likes you in return or that she wants to fuck with you. And what often dictates this is if you've got the look that they're looking for. Personality, to me, that always is something that people grow into liking. Off top, that physical attraction is what's really gonna set it off for her. And if you don't have that, if you're not piquing her interest with your physical appearance, chances are you're just not gonna get on board, because the way if she really is the most attractive woman in the classroom and in the building, at your job, wherever you are, if she really is that attractive, do you really fucking think that if you go over there clowning around, trying your hardest, breaking out the joke book, trying to make her laugh, or spending your money on her, do you honestly think that she's gonna bypass her options? And being a woman of good looks, she probably has literally, thanks to social networking, she probably has literally hundreds of options in her inbox waiting, hundreds of people that she may have encountered in the streets or in day-to-day life that are also fucking backflipping like circus poodles and shit, trying to get on her good side and trying to be the chosen one, to get with her. Now, with that being said, we're always in competition. In this new age of technology, we're always going to be in competition. This is even if you're in a relationship. Like, you guys have seen that meme where it's like, I think it's a picture of Mike Epps, and he's saying, your woman has a guy to text specifically when you make her mad. Well, unfortunately, that shit is true. Because we're in a race. We are competing with so many people who are thinking, I'm gonna try to be different. I'm gonna try to work on my personality. I'm gonna find what she's interested in and do some research and then try to spit game at her, and I'm gonna try to console her when she's posting a depressing status update. You're always in competition, but you will always take a back seat off top to the guy who looks superior. Same for women. Guys, y'all know, are just as shallow, but you can bring a man a freshly baked batch of oatmeal cookies, but if a chick comes in there looking like Beyonce or somebody, I could have used a better example. I don't even think she's the finest woman on the planet like everyone says, but if you're Ugly Betty, well, here's attractive in person, but if you're Ugly Betty baking cookies and shit, and you've got Beyonce strolling around the office or wherever, and I mean, do you honestly think he's gonna be looking at you? Get this thought out of your mind about it just being, well, maybe I'm just too nice. She doesn't want to fuck with me. You know, you could have a personality made out of gold, and you know, women, they may always go for the asshole with the tattoos and the image, because image is what counts. Like, they really like to look like they're walking in a magazine, or not walking in a magazine, but you know, like they're posing for a magazine cover, some candid paparazzi shots or something. And I'm really just sick of seeing my brothers, and I don't mean brothers as in just black people, but I mean as the male species. I'm really sick of us sticking our necks out there, good guys now, to get shat on. Because I mean, a lot of women in our age group, in our age brackets, they're not very polite about it nowadays. They like the feeling of crushing somebody who's really just not even being an asshole towards it, but really just trying to do right, trying to have a nice approach. You know, I mean, you're just another notch in the belt, probably not even worthy of that honor. You know, so I'm tired of seeing my guys, you know, go out there voluntarily spend their minimum wage fast food money or wherever the fuck you work on a woman who's not even going to commit to you, who's not going to return the favor. And in the end, once you think that you're in there, once you think you're finally close enough, you've paid for her dinner on like 7 different outings. You think they're dates, they're just outings for her to kill some time, so she can go home at night and text the person who she really wanted to spend time with at the end of the day. But once you think you finally built up enough of her progress meter, once you think you've built that shit up enough, you try to go in for the kill, rope her in, and she shits on you. Keeps you in this oh so wonderful friend zone that everybody talks about. Like, do you think the dudes who are really just, you know, who've got the look, who've got the image, do you think they spend so much time just resting in the friend zone? No, they're in the middle of the Venn diagram. You know, they're in there smashing, while the associates who are just in there to clearly fill up her phone contacts or like pictures on Instagram, while you guys are on the outskirts. I've been that guy. I know, like, I swear I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just pulling this shit out my ass, you know. Stop with this whole because I'm nice she doesn't want me. No, I mean, you gotta be realistic. You don't want women like that anyway, who are just getting hit from all angles, from all these dudes. Like, what makes you desire? I know people want what they can't have. They want what other people want, so they can kind of have the bragging rights. But to go off on a limb, buy up everything for this chick who wouldn't fucking piss on you to put a fire out. I don't know. That's a weird example, but to kind of just resort to the whole, well, you know, it was simply because I'm nice that she didn't want to fuck with me. No, I mean, if they get a guy with the look that they want, then that's when they'll start, you know, giving a fuck about the personality aspect of it too. But those looks are in fact the first impression, so please, I'm not saying go for the ugliest girl now. I'm just saying be real with yourself and get out of that Family Matters, that's fucking Eddie Winslow state of mind. Now, I think Eddie Winslow had some hoes, but get out of that Steve Urkel state of mind where you're thinking that it's just because you're a nerd or whatever. I mean, because you're a nice guy, you're quiet, that she doesn't want to fuck with you. Those looks matter a lot more than the movies make them seem. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I mean, we've talked about this a dozen times, like I said, but and there will probably be a part 2 on this video. Even though there's only so much that can be said on the topic, people are shallow. Save your money. Go after women who genuinely show interest in you. You may still have to put in work, but quit trying to hit up these top tier stuck up ass women when there's a lot of girls out there who are actually down to earth and willing to fuck with you, you know? Not saying you gotta dumb down your standards, but to constantly dish out loot and show love to someone who barely even wants to take a picture with you or give you more than a side hug, I mean, you're wasting your time. Let somebody else enjoy the nice guy that you are. Let them do them and just consider it one loss, you know? No big deal. So, thanks again, folks, for watching this shit. Let me know what you think. Based on the responses on this, I mean, consult with said, and then we'll probably get a part 2 going to this video. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you agree, disagree, and a valid reason why. Because there's always that person that's the exception. Well, you know, I went after the prettiest girl in school and I got her, you know, and I didn't have to do shit. Well, that's great, but that's not how it works for everybody else. You got lucky, or you either got the looks. One or the other. But I'm out, y'all.